Before I knew the meaning of the word incongruous, they were speaking out of both sides of their mouth to us, where their deeds and words just didn't line up, and they wanted you to drink from their cup. I look back and see that I've been played, and I thought to myself, what a charade. Were they so blind to think we wouldn't see, or so dumb to think that we would be okay with what they say in spite of what they do? Are they really thinking we play their fool? I see my life and the choices I have made, so I say out loud, what a charade. I started my life floating in a vast sea, wave after wave of hypocrisy. When I was forced to memorize a line after line and know the chapter and verse, that's when I first cursed the inconsistencies throughout, building my doubt that you really mean what you find you must shout from the rafters and the mountaintops, your hypocrisy. I see my life and the dues I have paid, so I yell from the rooftops, what a charade. You can no longer hide in the shade, where we all can finally see your total hypocrisy. Inconsistencies throughout, building my doubt, so I yell from the rooftops, what a charade. Throw yourself a parade, where you can no longer hide in the shade, where we all can finally see your total hypocrisy. And I'm pretty sure that it's not just me who sees your hypocrisy, where we all can finally see your total hypocrisy. I'm pretty sure that it's not just me who sees your hypocrisy. Well,
said do something, so that's what we did. We got too damn tired of keeping our feelings hid and playing nice with those who just are not. You gotta take a stand and then take your shot. She said do something, so that's what we did. We got too damn tired of keeping our feelers hid. We knew that we'd be okay, but it was for others we feared the evil plot. We won't be here for too much longer to see all the damage wrought. She said do something, so that's what we did. We got too damn tired of keeping our anger hid. When you feel called to action, that's what you do. You use your morals and ethics to strengthen you, and you follow through. She said do something, so that's what we both did. We got too damn tired of keeping our feelings hid. And when you get tired of the battle and feel you might just drop, they're counting on you getting tired, but you shouldn't stop. You might need a break for a rest until you're ready to rejoin the quest for social justice for one and all. Once you hear clearly that call, she said do something, so that's what we both did. We got too damn tired of the battle and feel you might just drop. They're counting on you getting tired, but you shouldn't stop. You might need a break for a rest until you're ready to rejoin the quest for social justice for one and all. Once you hear clearly that call, she said do something, so that's what we both did.
They just might be contagious. You can feel its growth all around. I'm not talking about empathy, which is so hard now to be found. I'm talking about the hatred for one's fellow man, despite the proclamations of the religious across the lands. You demand that everyone follows your creed, yet you won't help those in need. Despite what you've been commanded to do, you try to make everyone a fool like you. It just might be contagious. You can feel its growth all around. I've decided that their call to God is for the birds, because their actions seldom match their words. They meet us fighting our brothers as they take children from their mothers who crawled through hell, so that they might ring the bell of freedom, which we all once believed. What I also find contagious is that there's just too damn much greed, and they pit one against another to distract while they deceive. What I hope to find contagious is a willingness to save us from the preachers of the right, who sell their dark souls into the night with If their message is a fright, we need to stop them on sight and flip from their TV channels and all the fake social media scandals and come into the light for what everyone should know is right. If only that would be contagious. If only. If only. If only. If only. If only. If only. I can no longer contain my anger nor my sadness when I look up and see all of this manufactured madness of the religious right who continue to feed it, driven by their personal hate and greed. It is the opposite of what they say he said. Resist it. He said love one another like they were your brother. Feed the poor, take care of the sick. But that message just didn't stick, and it got twisted all around by the false prophets, too easily found. Resist it, and they run his words into the ground without much of the sound of the resistance, from the resistance, from the temptations, from the devil himself, channeled by false prophets all around, and their twisted teaching too easily found. Resist it. Resist it. I can no longer contain my anger nor my sadness when I look up and see all of this manufactured madness, bought hook, line, and sinker by those who would tinker with the meaning of the lessons that linger. Now without meaning, without basic empathy, without treating all as one might wish to be treated, we've become jaded. I can no longer contain my anger nor my sadness when I look up and see all of this manufactured madness and the dark clouds ahead. Resist it. Resist it. They change their words and positions with the wind. They're a windsock, some Republicans. They've done it again and then again, and then again. One day they say one thing, the next day they say another, and some followers can't seem to be bothered to report what we all can plainly see is their inconsistency. He changes his words and positions with the wind. He's a windsock like that Lindsey Graham. He's done it again and then again, and then once again. In the morning, he says one thing. In the evening, he says another. And some news people can seem to be bothered to report what we all can plainly see is his inconsistency. Do you change your words and positions with the wind? Are you a windsock that deserves to be mocked? Have you done it again and then again, and then yet again? In the morning, do you say one thing? In the evening, you say another. And your family and friends don't seem to be bothered to call you out on what all can plainly see is your inconsistency, your hypocrisy. The question is, do you blow like a windsock in the wind?
When I look all around, I see abject poverty abound, of riches, of basics, of basic dignity. On both sides of the ledger, there's just abject poverty. We lack the thinking, we lack the facts. Teaching of empathy is what we lack. Some see it as a weakness to have feelings. Too many have little of what they need, being withheld from them due to greed. On both sides of the ledger, there's just abject poverty. As the middle class sees their hopes and dreams fade away, the people at the top just point their crooked fingers at the poorest of the poor, at those most downtrodden. Can you look me in the eye and say that you act just as you pray, quite loudly, too damn loudly for all to hear? Too many have a little of what they need, being withheld from them due to greed. On both sides of the ledger, there's just abject poverty, of basic empathy. That's our abject poverty.
of basic empathy. That's our abject poverty.
She was my guiding light, for she always did what's right. She stares fearlessly into the night, not afraid of the future fight. At least that's been my prayer for our nation's future stability. She stands like a shoreline beacon, guiding those who are frightened and weakened, and torn by the decades of their homeland wars that my misguided nation too often funded. Of that, I would wish they'd become aware of our collective culpability. The world's huddled masses, still yearning to breathe free, they come here for a taste of our democracy. But denials about changes in the Earth's climate will ensure people suffer pain and starvation. That should lay the soul bare of our nation and help us see our responsibility. Huddled masses, still yearning to breathe free, they come here for a taste of our democracy. But denials about changes in the Earth's climate will ensure people suffer pain and starvation. That should lay our soul bare of our nation and help us see our responsibility. You'll always see the wrong conspiracy when the sleight of hand that you won't see have played your fears to turn you around as your dreams come crashing to the ground by those puppeteers and their puppets who got you to blame the blameless as a distraction from their actions, so you'll easily blame the wrong conspiracy. Yes, I believe that there are those who conspire and work hard to set the flames of hatred on fire, to endure themselves to those who own the hands behind both the wrong and the right conspiracy. Of those puppeteers and their puppets who got you to blame the blameless as a distraction from their actions, so you'll lead the wrong conspiracy. Oh, it'll never be easy to see the truth once you've left the optimism of youth where evil can be overcome by rational thought, not just the gun. Oh, those puppeteers and their puppets, we got you to blame, blameless as a distraction from their actions. So you place the fault on the wrong conspiracy.
Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes and have figured out all of their lies. And then you can take better aim squarely at who are really to blame for your dreams that have crashed on the rocks of your future shores. Don't too quickly react until you've got many more facts from others not known for the lies they have shared, and so that you are much better prepared to not waste your efforts and time chasing the people innocent of the crime of stealing your family's future. It sometimes seems that it's always better to do something other than not. So you are encouraged to punch down when you should be punching up. But that's just a distraction from those who are really at the center of the coming planned disaster. Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes and have figured out the next volley of lies, so you can take much better aim at those who are really to blame for all your dreams that have crashed on the rocks of your future shores. Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes and see more clearly who it is that tell lies. I just really can't abide your current thinking and your chosen side. The gulf between us is now just way too wide, and your covert and overt racism you no longer hide. The gulf between us is now just too wide, and your ignorance you no longer strive to continue to hide. You've decided that you no longer have to hide those true feelings you think are deep inside. But if you just looked further, you'd see that it has more to do with your insecurities. The gulf between us is now too damn wide, as is your ignorance, which you no longer strive to hide. You are fearful of your inadequacy sees, and afraid that others will so easily see. So you need to take it out on others, so much weaker, and that's been your strongest and boldest move forever. The gulf between us is now just too wide, and your ignorance you no longer strive to hide. So I really can't continue to abide the current actions of you and your chosen side. The gulf between us is now just too wide, and your ignorance you no longer strive to hide. So the gulf between us is just too wide, and the ignorance you no longer strive to hide. And I find that I no longer can abide.
They are trying to wear us out by flooding the zone, so we'll all be in doubt about your and my ability to set us all free, as we once all claimed we'd be in our democracy from not so long ago. The resistance will take some persistence, just like the abolitionists of old and the freedom riders from the past, and the folk singers singing songs of protest when they saw right and wrong from not so long ago. The resistance will take our persistence. They are trying to wear you out and trying to change your thinking's route. And what their preachers' preachings aren't the true Bible teachings from not so long ago. The resistance will need your persistence. They are trying to wear you out, and they do that with their shout that the enemy is within, when we should see that it's him, wrapped in our flag with a repeated false message from not so long ago. The resistance will take everyone's persistence, those who've been fighting for a long time, for the promises of our declaration that we'd be a beacon to all our free nation, where the color line does not exist from not that long ago. The resistance will take some of your and my persistence, as it has for a long time now. As it has for a long time now.
It's all a foobar, baby, red, white, and blue. Upon us is the winter of a snafu. We somehow let this happen, me and you, yes, me and you, and the country we once knew. With the deceitful help of those whose need is singularly focused on feeding their greed, with divide and conquer as their playbook. They've played me and you in the country we once knew. I don't know how you missed it. Their words and actions inconsistent. I hope that all somehow saw and knew it did for me, but it didn't you. And the country we once knew. We're both all the same and yet somehow not. And the lessons we once learned we then forgot, and our values and fears tied us in a knot. It's sad for both me and you, the country we once knew. Will we know it again? Will we know it again? It's all a foobar, baby, red, white, and blue. Upon us is the winter of snafu. I can't take it in my stride when you root for the wrong side, that practices the opposite of what you preach, and the opposite of what I would teach all of the children. Think of all the children. I can't take it in my stride when I see what you attempt to hide, the ungodly acts of others under a shield of whatabouts. Your dishonesty is not in doubt, and you'll live with that forever. I can't take it in my stride when I hear your latest lie, as you tell me what's what and what is not.
sources you should doubt. They are proven liars. I can't take it in my stride when I see your boastful pride, when the guidance you've been given has been simply tossed aside to fit your political views and your narcissism. I can't take it in my stride when you root for the evil side. I can't take it in my stride when you root for the evil side.
Judge ye not, that's what we've been told, and to treat all others as we wish to be treated. But as you felt free to judge others, then I'll feel free to judge you. And the inconsistent words that you sped, that you chose without regard to what you've earlier said, you're just turning it all on its head. Judge ye not, that's what we've been told, and to treat all others as we wish to be treated. And your inconsistent actions most every day, that you chose without regard to what you say, you're just trying to have it both ways. Judge ye not, that's what we've been told, and to treat all others as we wish to be treated. Judge ye not, that's what we've all been told, and to treat all others as we wish to be treated. So when you judge others, it's an invitation to call you out for your inconsistencies and your hypocrisy. You must not think that others see, but they do, they surely do. And now they know you and can judge you.
I did try to give you a chance. I did call the balls and strikes, but you just didn't seem to care or be aware of whom you were supporting. How is that? You seem to be one of those who exist with low or no information or facts. And all of your current views you've borrowed from others' words and acts. Do you even see it? And then I called strike three, and you expressed amazement at me, for you say that you just didn't see it coming. And now you're running your mouth off telling lies, as if this is a surprise. I did give you second chance, and I called the balls and strikes quite loudly, but you just didn't seem to care or be aware of what you were supporting. How could that be? But you chose not to believe me and my cautions, when I warned you early and often to no avail. You just kept on charging ahead, blindly, on a road I would never have taken, and now you're lost, or so you claim. And you're looking for someone to blame, but it's not me, and I won't unburden your guilt. I did give you a third chance, and I called the balls and strikes correctly, but you just didn't seem to care or want to even be aware of what you were supporting. So don't blame me, your friends or your family. They were all sitting in the stands and watched you strike out. You can take your manufactured grievances and shove them where the sun don't shine. And if you need some help with that, I'm sure there will be a very long line of helpers. You never critically think about the nonsense you repeat. You just copy and paste and then pose as thoughtful. But if you ever searched, you would easily find your sources, and your plagiarism is then quite public, which helps, as it helps to explain your inconsistency and all your endless hypocrisy, as you try desperately to impress some others, but it only works with some who are so inclined to never look behind all your postings. So you can take your manufactured grievances and you can shove them where the sun don't ever shine. And if you need some help with all that, I'm sure volunteers would be willing to stand in line to help. It's my guess, of course, that all your actions are the results of all of your insecurities. And you need to appear to others as some great thinker, when that's just not true, as you've been borrowing from others for decades or trillion. Please can take your manufactured grievances
never shine.